Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
JTA says educators frustrated with slow pace at which matters relating to security in schools are being addressed by MOE. The Jamaica Teachers Association JTA says teachers are frustrated with the slow pace at which matters relating to security in schools are being dealt with by the Education Ministry. Teachers island-wide wore black today in protest against what they have described as the high levels of violence affecting schools. JTA President Lasandra Harrison and several educators in St. Elizabeth visited the retirement primary school today to show solidarity with the staff after the school's principal, Anne-Marie Terralong, was attacked and shot by a man at the institution last Friday. The principal is being treated at hospital. Mrs. Harrison, who spoke with reporters, says it seems teachers' lives are not so important.
A group of principals and teachers have come in support and solidarity of our colleagues who are still at school today to continue as best as they can with serving the students entrusted in their care, though they are hurting and traumatized by the event. But the life of the teacher is on the low on the totem pole, because had it been a student's life that was being lost, there would be greater outrage and there would be a greater challenge, and we would have perhaps seen some more swift response from our employers and from the government of Jamaica. But the teacher's life is not so important in the scheme of things. So we are here as an association to offer our support to our colleagues and continue to highlight the challenges that we face daily to deliver the business of teaching and learning. Lack of adequate security, no fencing. This is a small rural school and there's no big watchman at the school either. But hey, the principal and the teacher's job description ought to include security personnel work as well. But that has to be the message that is being communicated by our employers.
Taxi operators who ply White House to Savannah Lamar route in Westmoreland withdraw service. Taxi operators who plied the White House to Savannah Lamar route in Westmoreland withdrew their service this morning to protest over ticketing issues. The taxi operators say the police and the Parish Municipal Corporation have been forcing them to use a bus park in the northern section of Savannah Lamar, despite most of their passengers being in the southern part of the town. One taxi operator told reporters that he and his colleagues are being ticketed unfairly. He said based on the design of the town, it would not benefit operators to stay at the bus park.
Savannah Lamar is designed that almost all the business entity is on the south end of the town, and the bus park is on the north end of the town. Unfortunately, we have Scotia Bank downtown, we have NCB Bank, we have Credit Union Bank, we have Sagicor Bank, we have the post office, the courthouse, the police station, Victoria Mutual. All these big entities is at the south end of the town, and the bus park is at the north end of the town. Unfortunately, we operate from Sav to White House, bringing the people to Sav. There is no way, if all of us have to come up to the north end of the town, it's going to benefit. It's not going to benefit we, the taxi driver, or the passengers. We are placed in a situation right now where the passengers has to pay $100 extra. There are old people that need to get on that side to the pharmacy. We have the kids that go to school that we have to drop them off at different points, and it makes no sense. We applied for a road license last year. Our road license expired on March 31st. What they need to do right now is allow us to operate from now until March 31st, and when it comes time to renew the road license again, then we can put that on our road license and make it more easier for us. As you look right now, we are standing right here in the park. The park is almost full right now with all White House drivers only. There is only limited space, look, with shelter if it starts raining. The park is in a durable spot where they only have 2 bathrooms to access so many people. This doesn't make no sense.
Meantime, several commuters, including students from the Belmont Academy in the parish, were stranded due to the protests. One woman who was unable to carry out her daily duties showed solidarity with the taxi operators. She said it is difficult for residents to travel when the operators are forced to use the bus park.
Pound after my load them. Oh, me, I can reach back uptown. Oh, me, I can reach back uptown. Me, I go suffer downtown. So this is very unfair. Plus, me have Pitney go school same way. So the government need to do something about this. Because this not going to work. We can't walk from downtown, come uptown with half bag of rice and half bag of flour. How we are going to manage? Me, if I go and work this man, me can't go and work because everybody has strike.
In the meantime, Head of Operations for the Westmoreland Police, Deputy Superintendent Adrian Hamilton, said the police are only enforcers of the law and not legislators.
I would encourage the taxi operators to, it's good to register your blouse, but it's also good to know where to register in terms of, persons who can make the changes. Because the police are really enforcers, right? When we go, we have to look at what the law says and we prosecute or enforce according to the law. I know that there's a meeting taking place later. I'm not sure what will be the outcome of that, but again, I think this is a consideration that we give. But I cannot speak on at this time until we get the transport authority and so on.
Prime Minister says he understands frustration of Jamaicans as it relates to bad roads. Government does not have budget to fix all roads at once. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he understands the frustration of Jamaicans as it relates to bad roads. However, he says the government does not have the budget to fix all the roads at once. The Prime Minister notes that this year, the budget for road repairs, rehabilitation and maintenance is $4.5 billion. Mr. Holness says this frustration sometimes leads to demonstrations in a bid to get the attention of the authorities. He says he notices that there has been an increase in demonstrations.
I want every Jamaican citizen to understand that I understand your frustration with your bad roads. With Jamaica's bad roads, almost every Friday, I'm in a different part of Jamaica, rural parts of Jamaica, doing housing and other important infrastructure work, water and sewage. But to get there, I do drive on some of these very bad roads. And invariably, the citizens, after being very grateful and gracious about whatever it is I'm handing over or opening, or they inevitably turn to the condition of the road. Prime Minister, you see the road, you drive on the road? I say, yes, I feel the road. So I understand. And I understand when you are moved to the point of a demonstration, where you feel that there is no other way to get the attention of the government, the attention of your representative. And sometimes it boils over into real anger. And I want to tell you that I understand and I appreciate. With the budget that we have to be very strategic with it. So I want the country to appreciate, and I've been noticing that there is an increase in the number of demonstrations and protests. It's a part of our democracy. I appreciate it. I pay attention to every one of them behind the scenes. Whenever I see one, I say, Minister Warmington, what's the situation? How fast can we move to resolve it? I don't want my Jamaican brothers and sisters to feel that they are out there in rural parts of the country and government doesn't pay attention to them. That's why we're here this morning. Because as I speak, I know that there is a demonstration along this corridor that we are speaking of in St. James. Minister Bartlett will tell you that this has been on Cabinet's agenda of discussion at least 4 times as to how we can treat with this matter.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell